people, here's your governor with a message for you, and you should listen to it because it happened to me.
But discrimination isn't always that obvious. Sometimes more subtle, but in many ways more insidious. An institutionalized discrimination that's hidden behind a smiling face.
It is Tuesday, January 11, 2011. I'm at the home of Mr. Curtis. He is a person. Hey, you there?
Come in.
Okay. Yeah, this is the whistleblower, the federal whistleblower. Okay. At the New York skyline, go ahead. Bang! That's what I'm talking about. Woo! Whoa, whoa, whoa! We getting deep here. What's this?
Oh, just you know.
Whoa!
Part of history.
Whoa!
Part of history.
Part of history. You go ahead, brother. You go ahead.
Sad, but it's part of history.
Part of history. So this is the big Watusi Mandingo mixed super field Negro.
Yes.
All right. Well, you know, I put that whole skit together, and I finally see what it's supposed. That's what I'm talking about.
One of your veterans drew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One brother from Haiti did this.
Yes.
Outstanding. Nice place.
Yeah.
Well, we can see you're not one of the impoverished, downtrodden, who's like one of these guys right here.
Oh no.
See?
No.
That's Martin Luther King. That's Malcolm X. Elijah Muhammad, Frederick Douglass, all right here. And then this brother right here is what? Bang! Got the chains on his brain when these guys do not. Those guys are out there, and this guy is not. And that slave castle's door is busted, and the key's right there. And he still ain't walking away from that.
Scared to leave.
Damn! Scared to leave. And that's my guy right here. That's my guy right here, Malcolm X. That's him right here. Well, let me see what else we got here. But, oh my, this is the one.
Yeah. That's the one you were asking me about. If that story was true about it, yes, that's it.
That's what you had given me a copy of this, and I took it to the congressman's office.
Yes.
And you met with Ida Smith. I was there. I was an eyewitness. Bang, we're going to have to send this to Mr. Juan Cuba at the White House.
Sure.
Okay, and I've got a letter from the Justice Department, and I've been trying to show people, you know, what exactly, and people of authority, because the newspapers have been, they don't want to print my story no more about the redlining scheme that I took to the congressman's office, and they did all kinds of things, calling me crazy, defamed me. The VA gave me a whole bunch of medication, which in fact I didn't need as a chemical restraint. So I got to do what I got to do. But I did speak to Mr. Juan Cuba. And it's time for me to now, and the last time I spoke to him was about getting those books to him.
Okay.
And now those books have disappeared at the congressman's office.
Wow.
So we can't actually send him this. But what I wanted to do right now was if you could please take me back to what happened, for you have taken these pictures, hold this for me, of this hangsman's noose. That was when, this was in the...
This was found, it was in the locker room at the VA.
At the, okay, the Veterans Administration what?
St. Albans, New York.
St. Albans, New York, Veterans Administration, motor pool locker room?
Yes, correct.
Okay, and how long was this hanging there?
I don't know. I walked in January 25th, 2008, and I saw it. But
Now, January 25th, 2008, and that's when you first saw that.
Correct.
And it stayed there for how long?
No, they took it down immediately after that. After the police were notified.
Oh, so you called the police after that? There was a police report?
Yes, correct.
The police never called the press on this?
No.
When you took it to the congressman's office, did they call the press? What happened when you went to Ida M. Smith after I turned you over to her?
She spoke to me a few times about it, but nothing amounted out of it. I didn't get any feedback. I didn't get any change. And they told me that the federal government says it's legal to hang them.
They said it's not.
Ida Smith told you, said that the federal government said it's legal to put a hangman's
They
noose.
said that they're not illegal, but a noose is not against the law by the federal government. But a swastika is considered a felony hate crime, where a noose is not considered a hate crime.
And Ida M. Smith told you this.
Yeah, in the discussion, she was like, there was nothing she could do about it. Because
Okay. And are you aware that she ever contacted anybody at the Veterans Administration?
I believe she spoke to the union. Outside of that, I don't think it went much.
And then what happened to you?
Nothing. They offered to transfer me to Brooklyn, Manhattan, or Staten Island.
In other words, get you out of the St. Albans VA.
Yes.
Did they talk to you about who put that there? Did anybody ever ask you who put that hangman's noose in the locker room at the Brooklyn VA? I mean at the St. Albans VA on January 25th, 2008.
No. No.
Do you know who did it?
I don't know who did it, but I know whose coat rack it was hung on. I found it was hanging on one of my coworkers.
What was the name of the person's coat
rack it was hanging on?
Yes.
Frank Castellano.
Frank Castellano.
Correct.
What happened to Mr. Frank Castellano after you reported this?
Actually, he got a promotion from work leader to supervisor, and they wanted me to work under him after that. And when I told them that they were adding insult to injury, they told me when I told them I didn't want to work under his supervision after the incident,
yes,
they told me that they can transfer me to Brooklyn, Staten Island, or Manhattan, which I refused to go because I like St. Albans. I've been there 20 years, and I feel that I should not be transferred.
Now, were there other instances with Mr. Castellano or other Caucasian gentlemen at the Brooklyn VA Hospital motor pool that would lead you to think that there is an embedded racist environment in that motor pool?
Yes, I would think so.
Because, elaborate, please.
Well, a brief incident to me happened roughly about 15 years ago. I came in there as a motor pool operator, as a motor vehicle operator, and shortly after that, 2 Caucasians came in there, and they were made grade 8s, and I was a grade 7. And when I brought it to their attention, saying, "How come I'm a 7 and they're 8s?" They told me when I get an ACDL license, they'll make me a grade 8. Immediately, within 2 to 3 seconds, I reached in my pocket, handed them a Class A CDL license. And they kept promising me to give me the grade, and they never did. So at the time, there were 3 tractor operators, which me being one, the first one, and then the 2 Caucasians that came after me. So it was, you had
more time in grade, more time in service than they did.
Yes, and they were made 8s when they walked in the door.
Okay.
And I was never. Here it is, 17 years later, and I'm still a 7.
So it looked like you sound like somebody, federal government owe you some money.
Yeah, with some interest.
With some interest in back pay.
Yeah, 17 years.
Pay a little pain and suffering, a little humiliation and degradation.
And then this is what I'm rewarded with.
And bang! That's what you know Frank Castellano did it, don't you?
I would surmise that it does belong to him.
You suspect him?
Yes.
Now, tell me about the other guy who put a little hangman's noose in the hands of that female 6 months ago at the Brooklyn VA. You can tell it. You're a federal whistleblower. You should be protected. And we're sending this to the White House.
Well, another coworker of mine, I heard they had an incident too where somebody personally handed them a noose.
So a white guy handed a black woman a hangman's noose.
Yeah.
And he ended up getting fired.
Yes.
And not right now she's on leave with mental distress.
Correct.
Well, what happened to you? How come you ain't all shell-shocked?
I am shell-shocked. It's a challenge each and every day to go to work. Matter of fact, it's hard talking about it, even like right now. I want to stop talking about it right now.
Did you go see some people, man?
Yeah, I did.
But I can't get into your medical records, man. I'm not going to get into that with you. Now, I want you to tell me your name. Tell me your name, and give me the name. I got to have a name.
Curtis Bench.
Curtis?
Bench.
You work at the Brooklyn VA?
St. Albans.
St. Albans VA?
Correct.
And you've been there 20 years?
22 years and 8
22 years in April,
Yes.
and you're a whistleblower.
Correct.
Are you afraid something's going to happen to you?
Yeah, I am. On a day-to-day basis, just going to work with the atmosphere and just all of the stuff that goes on and transpires. Oh, don't talk to him. He's a troublemaker. And
So they've been slandering your name.
Correct.
You've been profiled.
Correct. As a troublemaker. For standing up for my rights of not wanting to see a noose in a federal facility.
And you went to your congressman's office and they blew what? White boy, right here on the 161st Street, across from the barber shop. Bro, I've been giving cigarettes away to black people in the neighborhood since I got here. That's the last one I got. I can't give you no more. White boy, what is this?
Don't film me, Bryce.
I'm not filming you. Just put your voice on. Because, no.
I don't want nothing to do with it.
No, all right then, what?
Don't film me. I don't want to be on YouTube.
You don't be on YouTube. Or do you look like you're on YouTube?
Can I just say...
Does it look like you're on YouTube?
Can I just say, Bryce, we thought you were dead. That's it.
Oh, fuck
That's
that.
it.
You're fucking with the politicians.
Yeah, we thought...
What? They nobody said. Do you see yourself there?
We thought the man got you, guys.
Them motherfuckers tried to kill my black ass.
Obama gonna come here and shoot your ass.
Put that away.
All right, put it away.
We thought the man got you, Bryce.
The fuck.
Speaker number 4, Philip Price. Please come forward.
I'd like to thank you and I congratulate you. You are the most articulate and the most charming chairman of the 4 chairmen that I've known. Ladies, isn't he a good-looking guy? Just a good-looking guy. Okay? Now, we're going to be real nice to Mr. Rhea.
Did my mother pay you to say that?
No. This guy did, the housing whistleblower.
Okay, all right.
I'm that guy.
All right.
Mr. Chairman, I spoke to Constance Roberthan. This retaliation against me to destroy my life, can it please stop? I'm a remaining family member. Right now, I've been beating up Byron Metakakis in Supreme Court so bad, this is for you. I just beat him up that fast.
Got it. Okay. So. Okay. You should move to the next one.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I have 1 minute and 40 seconds. 3 things. Number 1, the retaliation against the whistleblower. If an old lady is embezzled by an employee out of $20,858, Ricardo Elias Morales calls my boss, who I work for at a law firm, and tell me to tell them to leave alone. I left them alone, but you don't leave the old lady in the apartment with the gas stove on for 4 hours, and then you orchestrate a retaliation scheme against me with a containment apparatus that destroyed my life, cost my business over $4.5 million, $100,000 for antiques taken out of my home. I'm a Haitian, French Orthodox Roman Catholic. I leave people alone. I don't bother anybody. But the kind of compassion that it takes to see what I'm seeing is just humane. It's nothing special. Another thing, criminal neglect. I don't understand this. You mean to tell me you got 2 lawyers in 2 different courts and both of them have a different story about an supposed exclusive senior development that is not? Another one. When you deceive the judges, you deceive the courts, and I bring that to you. The Veterans Administration asked Congressman Smith to call in state and federal law enforcement. Ida Smith says, you even got a call recently about May Keys, where they said, NYCHA is conducting a form of redlining. Those 21 developments, I believe, were part of the Davis versus NYCHA, that it was found that NYCHA was conducting a form of redlining. Are we still on the same page here? And I'm done.
Mr. Price, we'll have somebody come over and speak to you.
It's 8 o'clock at night. I'm at Highland Care Nursing Home. I came to say goodbye to Mrs. Green because by the time they figure out I did all this videotaping, people being neglected, warehoused in here, I'll never be let back in here. But if you die before I do, tell God not to forgive Congressman Meeks, not to forgive New York State Senator Huntley, not to forgive New York State Senator Malcolm Smith. Vivian Cook has cancer. She's going to die real soon, 3, 4, 5 years, whatever it is. She should live very long so she can suffer a long time. New York City Councilman Leroy Comrie ran her. What an abomination. This is okay. We're gonna call Sergeant Garcia. Yeah.
Oh, I think I know him.
Yeah.
He's a Marine guy, right?
I don't know. Yes, man. Speak to Sergeant Garcia.
Oh, he's not in the office right now.
He's not in the office? All right, this is Philip Dryce. He had been calling me and stuff. And I just want to let you guys know, I don't care what the congressman's office might have told you. I ain't no threat to nobody. Y'all sent a whole bunch of detectives all around the neighborhood, slandered my name. And I'm an ABA certified paralegal. I'm a forensic paralegal. And I ain't no threat to nobody. He might want to see that if he goes on the internet and take a look at the shows. Because whatever they...
I don't think he's looking for you in that respect. I think that, what tends to happen is sometimes you have individuals who may be concerned or whatnot, and then they call us, and it's our job to make an assessment of the situation. I think if they were seriously considering looking for you, they would have definitely went out there aggressively and found you. I think
y'all would have got me already, because I ain't turned off my phone.
I think what they have to do is, they have to make contact with you, so they can say that, hey, listen, we spoke to him in person, and he's fine. He scared
the crap out of me, man. The detectives was looking for me. People been telling me all kinds of stuff. So look, I just want you to know I ain't no threat to the congressman at all. I even videotaped myself going by his office saying, hey, look, I ain't no threat to nobody. I exposed things about crookedness. My business lost $5 million. And these people did so much dirt to me, man. Y'all want to look at that? And if they file a false police report, that's a misdemeanor. They got to get arrested. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Okay. All right, brother.
All right. Hey, listen, you be safe out there, man. Enjoy the beautiful weather today.
Thank you, my friend. You too.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye. Well, it just looks like we got what we wanted on the internet.
Dr. Dryce, I'm in downtown Jamaica. This is in front of the Coliseum. Let me go see one of my boys, the policeman over here. That's what I suspect. Oh, there, my boy, right here. What's happening? I'm good.
Long time no see and everything.
Yeah, man, I've been hiding out from the police.
Oh, yeah, because they had you all around with papers as a wanted something. I don't know what happened.
They had me wanted in the paper.
Yeah.
They've been showing it around.
All these stores out here.
They went to every store.
They asked me why I know you and everything. I told them no, I've never seen you.
You goddamn right. You know what I do? Now, have I been spending my money, my life, and everything helping everybody in this community?
Since I know you, since first time I saw you, when you had that
the school, yeah, the Segway.
I met you.
That's got to be at least 5 years.
More than that.
Yo, man, they just destroyed my life. The congressman orchestrated a death threat against himself and had the DA's office hunting me. I got interviewed with the people from the library that they had undercover cops playing homeless. Even when I was homeless, did I ever look homeless? Love you, brother. Right. Thanks a lot, man. All right, I know the boy. I said hi, but I got to run now. Thank you, brother. Love you, man. Thank you. Today is June 12, 2011. I'm going to have you listen to the audio voicemail of a detective calling from the Queens District Attorney's Office after they had tried for more than 2.5 months trying to capture me and to orchestrate some fake death threat to the congressman, and everybody's busted. This is showing you the evidence that I've got. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go call my voicemail and let's see what happens. Okay. This is the District Attorney's Office. This is the District Attorney's Office and the Congressman's office getting together trying to kill me.
You have one unheard message. First unheard message.
I don't want the unheard message.
Message skipped. First skipped message. Hi, Bobby.
Yeah, that's my mother calling.
Message skipped. First saved message.
Philip Drive. I'm Sia from the NYPD. Please give me a call when you get a chance. 718-765-4333. Thank you.
All right. He may be taking the hit for the District Attorney's Office as a sacrificial lamb. I can't let that happen. District Attorney, you are busted, Mr. Brown. You have command responsibility. For such a case to have gotten this far, this big, undercover cops playing homeless in the library, then you've got people going all over the Coliseum and the Coliseum Mall street, door-to-door merchants showing them my picture. You are hunting you a Negro, and you're trying to use Jim Crow laws to hunt you an immigrant on orders of the African American Congressman. Congratulations, you're busted. Bye. This is a supplemental log for Friday, March 25th, 2011. This is the continuing saga of all of the plotters against me that helped destroy my life. This segment is exclusively for Judge Maria Resos and the two other judges prior to her that I have known, just like I knew 3 chairmen of housing. I have known 3 chairmen of housing. And everybody would like to give a shout out to Miss Daniela. I think her YouTube name is Foxfly. She made a lot of wonderful suggestions. And I don't have to be such a wretched, melodramatic, think I'm an actor guy, other than just present the facts and the evidence as they are. I'm angry, I'm all of that, but that's for another time, another situation. This is about presenting the facts, recording it, in case something happens to me. This is the judgment and order of Judge Maria Resos. Okay? And respondent's order to show cause to restore this proceeding to the calendar, and the motion by Stephen S. Weintraub to be removed as guardian ad litem are consolidated for determination. In rendering this decision, the court considers the respondent's order to show cause, petitioner's affirmation in opposition, respondent's reply affirmation, and petitioner's surreply only. The court acknowledges receipt and did read respondent Philip Dreiser's ex parte submissions. However, as they were ex parte, they cannot be considered by the court as it reaches its decision. That's what the problem is, because my guardian ad litem, Mr. Stephen Weintraub's hands were tied. This is a gentleman where I absolutely abused him, humiliated him, degraded him, blasted, crapped all over him, all over the internet in front of everybody, all the way to the White House. He filed papers against the court, to the court against me. Judge Maria Resos brought a big cop in there. I'm not violent. I don't need to do anything like that. I'm a pretty educated guy. I know what to do and what my limits are. But that shenanigan, that show, that performance that was calculated and performed did accomplish my goal. I finally got him to work for me instead of working for human resources to put me out, as you've seen in the last segment. And that's how it works. You've got, this is a war of the intellectuals against poor people who don't have an education. And it can be traced to a race-based situation, because the people they're dealing with are the disenfranchised that have been apartheid on a federal reservation, which is the largest Indian reservation, the most populated Indian reservation in the United States of America, which is New York City Housing Authority, with approximately 800,000 tenants.
but only 5 or 100 of them are registered. And those 300 are supposed to be in line to inherit that apartment, and it's the elimination of the administrative process that leads to the federal violations of diverting funds and Title VI violations, okay, under the Civil Rights Act of 1967, which is you're doing it to black people, you're doing it to Puerto Ricans, you're doing it to the disenfranchised, you're doing it to poor people that the federal government through Congress said that they take care of. But it was through the Clinton administration, it is alleged that it was through the Clinton administration's desire to eliminate welfare that your governor was probably the premier architect who unleashed NYCHA, who dissolved any competent oversight, just like the regulators of the banks. It's been shown that the Democratic Party, or the Democrats, did orchestrate this big thing about this housing bubble. Okay? And they forced banks to make loans that they knew were going to fail. And then they want to blame somebody else for those bank failures and that all of that money that went down the tube. But it was designed to keep them in power. And when you're in power, you can cover things up. Okay? So this is what's happening, people. And in the SIR reply, let me show you here, where this guy says it's his, I'll read it, you know, you'll get it in the book and online, okay? You've got a NYCHA committing perjury in this document right here. This is the SIR reply. NYCHA commits perjury. Let me show you where. First of all, they said you got to be over 62 years old to be living there. And that I was the only one that was living in that apartment that was in that development. Now we find out that's not true. And when we find out that's not true, the judge want to give them exemptions. You can't go back. Okay? Here we go right here. Which is Carol Brookins. Carol Brookins was living there before she turned 62. Okay? They didn't want to count that one. Let me give you another one. We're going to get better. Barbara Davidson. Barbara Davidson is the sister of Margaret, who works for Councilman Comrie. And when it got this bad, Barbara Davidson right here, when it got this bad, they got her to move out of Shelton House. That's how big it is. Barbara Davidson's been living there for 30 years. She didn't take the buyout, just like my aunt didn't take the buyout. That's why we were still in that apartment. They want to make it senior development, but they were supposed to give you $15,000. Okay? Now, this is the big deal right here. This is Mr. James Edwards in apartment 6N. He's got a Michelle Guy who lives there. She was born in 1976. What is she doing living there? He was born in 1947. Now, you see, he's got a son and a daughter. A son and a daughter right there. Now, that's where the fraud comes in. Because in the paper, NYCHA reclassified him as a grandson, not a son. And the judge copied the exact same stuff. That's what I'm going to hit her with, along with the trial transcript of where NYCHA said nobody under 62 lives there. Now, here is the beauty. This is Cynthia Hill, okay, with her husband, Babako. Okay? She was born in 55, he was born in 66. But you got to understand, the lease, I've got it on video, that she said that they put him on the lease 3 years ago. That's another point of perjury for NYCHA in the settlement of the minutes or the transcript. Okay? That's how they're all busted. Just presenting the facts. Just presenting the facts. Thank you, Daniela. Thank you. Yeah. Supplemental log, November 29, 2010. This is Miss Cynthia Hill, the last real tenant association president that there was. They fixed the vote. Khadijah Wilson fixed the vote to put Neva Harper in there. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? This is the evidence that right now we've got everybody committing perjury in court because you're not a senior citizen, you live there, and your husband's name was added on to the lease, what, 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
So now when they put me out, weren't they doing a whole lot of wrong?
Yeah.
And Neva Harper, they propped her up as tenant association president so she can help eliminate people out of that building as a form of redlining.
Yes. She has a handicap apartment. She's not handicapped.
And so does Ozia Mitchell, who was also the last tenant association president that they put there to help.
Grain of $20,000.
Oh, Cynthia Hill, former tenant association president, November 29, 2010, telling it like it is. That's my sister, and this is the one. That's right. I want my picture with her. This is the lady. This is the lady that helped me.
Right. Fight that.
Fight the fight. This is the one that kept telling me, Bryce, don't let them put you out like this. Don't do this. And I went and did my work. And that's Malcolm right there. He's the one that's helping put people out.
Yes, he is.
And that's the tenant association president telling it. That's what they do here. Right here at 8909 162th Street at Shelton Houses, New York City Housing Authority. There it is right there. You heard it from the tenant association president, Cynthia Hill. Thank you, baby. All right, this is my friend. What's your name? You gotta say your name.
Marvin.
Hi, Marvin. Go ahead, make the snowball. Yeah, he's under supervision. He's here with his dad. I'm not trying to kidnap the child. It's not a kidnapping. All right. So how's your wife? Your wife okay?
Yeah, it's okay. She works.
Mother okay? She's working? Yeah, she told me she got a job as a home attendant.
Oh,
yeah. Her mother's upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, this is Marvin. You live upstairs, right, Marvin?
Yeah.
Okay, throw the snowball. There he is. That's it. That's it. Ah, okay. You waiting on the school bus? You waiting on the school bus? You waiting? You waiting for the school bus, right? All right. All right. Can I please have $1? Somebody can have a quarter, 50 cents a dollar. I'm homeless, I'm broke, I'm hungry. Please, can somebody help me? Can somebody help me? I'm homeless. I used to live right across the street over there. Go ahead, show them Shelton House.
told you that's that building right there. The one with the scaffolding. That's it. I used to live at Shelton House. But now I'm homeless. I'm homeless. I've got no money. I got nothing to eat. Can somebody help me? Can somebody help me? Is there a God? There can't possibly be a God, or he couldn't let this happen to me. Those black politicians in America destroyed me, and no one will do a damn thing to help me. All right, we just met a nice couple. I was walking on the beach. Very interesting affair. This, who wanted to tell the marshal when he came to get me, to send you, to give me your regards. Well, what did you do when you had all of the information that says that Niger is as crooked as the tips of the Nazi cross? Mommy, you know I'm a nut. That's why I should have waited. Wow.
Your bulb was dead. So
thank you.
I borrowed from Philip.
Wow. This place was a mess with all the stuff you bought me.
Yes, now you have a prince bed.
Oh, Mommy. Oh, Mommy. Boy, I really feel like a little prince.
Yeah, you should.
Thank you.
You have ability to be one.
Thank you, Mommy. And I thought it was going to be in another segment that I would ask you this, but now that it's Thanksgiving night, you know what I want to do. But I've been taking care of your business with such pleasure. I wanted to show off. Yeah, I want to impress you.
Boy.
And I love it. So, Mommy, now, you know, me and these guys have a war going on. I didn't...
War always going on.
Okay. I want to ask you something.
Between the guys, between the families, unfortunately, between loved one. And this is very sad.
Yeah, but...
Nobody can hurt you more than loved one.
Mommy, I love the people in Congressman Meeks' office so much. I love Ida Smith. It kept me away from you. I didn't come... Whenever I had something nice, I'd bring it. If I couldn't see you, I'd leave it. If you call me, I'm right there.
I know.
But I had
all
to...
those years was for me.
But Mommy, I had to fight. I had to fight for the integrity of the inheritance from my mother to me by federal law. I had to fight for that. And that was because I saved that old lady's life and exposed the money that was stolen, that was covered up. And then it came, these guys created so many crimes. They went around the law in so many ways. And then come to find out, if it wasn't for Jason Hilliard, I would have never suspected the congressman's office. In order for me to start investigating them instead of me thinking they were my friends. And Ida Smith, damn, she was good, Mommy. Mommy, she almost convinced me that she was so good for me, and that
she can kill you with love.
And that's what the heck she did. And the love that she had wasn't for me. The love she had was for the protection of her boss. That's the love.
Betrayed.
I was betrayed. But I believe in her innocence. I don't think she never thought it would get this far. She never thought I'd discover. In other words, she was a bottle and I was the genie that was put in it by her being the bottle that was able to suck the fumes of my mind, my thoughts, my ideas that I put on paper and put in her hands. She worked. Even a friend of mine, the guy that did her office, her partner, told Dr. Fries, you do anything with that guy, we ain't doing business with you. Even Ida Smith told me that guy, they hooked him up. They call him doctor.
And me, they call me a piece of shit.
So now I have to go for my doctors.
Mommy, you've been an RN for 45 years. You're bigger than any little doctor coming out of medical school. So what I'm thinking is,
I save a lot of lives.
And
I'm proud of this.
Get up.
I gave a lot of love and care for people who was having sunset in their life.
And what happened to my mother, you know how I would freaking kill. And in that Dry Harbor nursing home, you know they were trying to get me to do. Why would people? Anyway, I'm not going to talk bad about. Go back there. I let it go. And it's been 5.5 years since my mother died, and you've given me a new life. And she did used to give me away to a whole bunch of women. She gave me to her sister, then her sisters, then to Mrs. Lowenberg, Elizabeth Lowenberg. Then I got her. I was 25 years old. Yeah. When I actually began to know and get to know and love and live with my mother and be within reach that I could see her anytime. Although I wasn't, I didn't live in New York City. And anyway, I was, after I met you and complained to you about them no good pieces of crap, how they was treating my mother and taunting me and doing things that should have made me run up and hit somebody or do something inappropriate. That's the same kind of crap these little colored dudes did to me, Mommy. I'm a French guy. I love everybody. You see how I get along with everybody.
You do.
But these guys...
You can control your temper. This is what I learned too.
Oh yes, I can. And I have a very bad one. But these guys, they're ruling by a black law. I discovered something. I discovered something that is in the fabric of the African American community, that unless I was black like them and went in there and lived as one of them and studied them for a living, especially having my behavioral science background, my psych background, my marketing background, my legal background, my education, my anthropology education, all those educations led me to actually, they're still slaves. They're still slaves, right? We're immigrants. We might have a different skin color, but we're not like them. And the chances of the likelihood of people like us coming here, even whether you're rich or poor.
But we have our morals.
Yes, that's the key.
And we cannot live by American
principles.
Principles, yes.
That's why I created the world, the appellate court of good morals and ethics. You see? And these people can't seem to understand, because there's some of them asking me like, how do I live with white people? They sure don't live like you. I've lived like you. I've been with their women, lived in their houses, raised their kids. And I don't have anything against them. I mean, I love being in my life. I was doing good, being good, because God gifted me with so much.
Ice and fire.
And these guys, they're a bunch of slavers. So guess what I'm going to do to them? I'm going to buy them, Mommy. I'm going to buy them through an index number to bring their butt cheeks to court vicariously by their attorney, because they won't have the guts to freaking show up, them freaking punk cowards, to face me and look at me in the eye and say, Dryce, you're wrong. No, I'm not. I got you. And I got you good. And right now it's Thanksgiving. We are celebrating the harvest of my past 5 years to 7 years of work from the time I started my activism for Mrs. Fronnie Green. This is a happy Thanksgiving. So what I'm going to do, in order to keep this on this one tape, because I still got up to 15 minutes on this, I'm going to run downstairs and introduce the rest of the family to my fans and the people that really care and love me. They really do. Because I protected them black people too, and there's a lot of black people behind me. And that's part of the jealousy of these guys. So many people like me. I'm more popular than the elected officials. And if I was an American citizen, I could make a run for their seats even at the congressional level. That
Yeah, I told you should be a congressman.
Mommy, I don't want to become an American citizen.
Why not?
Because I would be betraying the longest bloodline of free black men on this planet. Obama is a free black man because his mother was white, his father was from Africa, not having the slave legacy and lineage of the slave breeding big Negro, big Watusi, Mandingo, Miss Superfield Negro people. And they're women are the men. They're women are the men. And the men are weak. They got big bodies, they can go fight in Vietnam, but they're ruled by women. They're not like...
They have no brain.
It's been abstracted to what is called the Willie Lynch chip. They're very smart, intelligent, can be all those things, but as far as the brain. So what I'm going to do to these guys, Mommy, Dr. Philip Edward Dratch is about to give you, let me do this with my mama. It's like Obama was doing it with his mother. I am about to give you an injection, all of you. I'm talking about Congressman Gregory W. Meeks, Shirley L. Hunt, the New York State Senator, New York State Senator Malcolm A. Smith, Assemblywoman Vivian Cook, and Councilman Leroy Comrie, along with their friends. They're all the same. It's not about your luck, color, it's your position. Which is Dominic Rafter, that newspaper reporter, and Brian Rafferty. Guess what I'm going to do to you guys? I'm going to give you all an injection, and that's the nurse right there, 45 years RN. I'm going to give you an injection that will expand your mind to a point where it will never, ever, ever go back to its original smaller size. You understand that? And so guess what I got to say to you? And I can't do this in front of my mother because I respect my mother. All I've got to say to you is bang! That's what I'm talking about. There's a double dose of it. You know why? Because you need a double dose to get it through into your brain. Because I got to take care of your body and have enough to get to your brain. Because I got to expend it. Because it's been extracted to the Willie Lynch chip. And I'm going to make sure I'm going to make you free at the end of that. See, that's the reward. From what I'm going to take you to, it's like almost like when I went to escape and evasion training when I was in the 1st Ranger Battalion, 75th Infantry at Fort Stewart, Georgia in 1975. I'm going to teach you a lesson you guys have never seen before. Ask Adam Smith what I did to New York City Housing Authority that you guys kept contained. I'm about to do the same thing to you. And you've been harvested, and now all of you are represented as turkeys on my table. Okay? Now.
Woo! You're not going to cut them. You're going to rip them off.
Yes, Mommy. And guess what? As they are dissected on paper, I promise to harvest the butt cheeks, the big Watusi Mandingo mixed Superfield Negro butt cheeks. You know, they have great looking butt cheeks. We're going to get their butt cheeks. The rectum will be attached. The descending colon. The transverse colon. The stomach cavity. The ascending colon. Attached will be their esophagus. I got to do that, Mommy. I got to do that. Because they disrespected me. They acted as if my culture was inferior to theirs, Mommy. And they're giving a bad example to them. They're giving a bad example to your people. You guys are not leaders. You guys are slavers. So I'm going to do what I'm going to do to you. What you've destined for your people. To be enslaved under you. Now I'm going to make you defendants under me. By vicarious liability, you will become my indentured servant. Because I'm going to sue each and every single one of you for at least $1 million. And the newspaper, $10 million. And Tom Credit, you ain't got no money. Don't you remember me? I'm the guy that used to work for $10 an hour, come and clean your goddamn toilet. Showing you where to take your clothes to get washed, where to take them for your white shirts to be white, to be pressed, for you to look like a real corporate executive. You're my student. Now you graduate. Free. Free. You're free. Because what you were teaching me, I don't want to learn. How to keep my mouth shut, stay good down and under, and give it up to these guys. Those are your boys, Tom Crater. Those are your boys. You're a newspaper editor and publisher. You're the one that told me about Detective Bernie Porter. Come on, man. Come on, man. To the district attorney's office. Come on. All I know is, I thank everybody. It's time for Thanksgiving. It's a little bit too freaking private for me to show you all my freaking table on my plate. Why? Next year you'll probably come here and try to rob me. You know what I mean by that? Bang! That's what I'm talking about. Bang! A double dose of what you like. Bang! 3 strikes. You're up, buddy. Bang! Get out of here. Ciao. This is Wednesday, October 13, personal log. Here we are at the Brooklyn VA. This is Dr. Philip Edward Dreiss. Here I am. I'm that nice guy. Now we have no more medication from the Veterans Administration prescribed to Dr. Philip Edward Dreiss. I got a 9-bar JD. I have an ABA certified paralegal out of Queens College. Now, why is it that I was called crazy? I was referred to the VA by the Congressman's office because of stresses due to the relocation apparatus of the Bloomberg administration, in which now we've caught every single politician hand, dead cold, red-handed, and trying to get rid of me, destroy my life, to keep quiet the redlining scheme of the Bloomberg administration, in which they are in collusion with the Bloomberg administration in violation of the Constitution and the Separation of Powers Act. And they tried to use the Veterans Administration to issue me medication in order, as a chemical restraint, in order to try to say, to justify the office of Congressman Meeks behind closed doors, going around saying I'm crazy, along with all of the other politicians. That's Councilman Comrie, Vivian Cook's office, State Senator Huntley, and Malcolm Smith's office. I don't think the Congressman had anything to do with this. I don't think the Congressman had anything to do with this. Just as the son of State Senator Huntley said, a bunch of staffers got together, and all of them know each other. They went and did this behind the backs of the elected officials, but these elected officials are now trapped. They can't, what are they going to do? You think they're going to say, oh, our staffer did this, and that? No, they're going to cover for them. That's why we got to take them to court. Take everybody to court and let the judge figure out what to do with them. Thank you very much. Separation of powers. That's what's going to get you guys. Here we are at the VA. I am clear. No more medication. No more medication. No more chemical restraints to keep me from my activism. To get justice in America. I am a foreigner. I'm a Haitian immigrant. And I'm a veteran. Dr. Philip Dreiss out. Personal log. October 13, 2020. Hey everybody, good morning. How you doing on Thursday, September 27, 2012? The Teachers Union gives New York State Senator Huntley
$11,770, and I think that may be because that's kind of like the money she needed to bury her son, to make a funeral. And guess what? State Senator Huntley, I got one thing to say to you. Bang. What's this? Why the hypocrite you are. Why the hypocrite you are. Why the hypocrite you are. You lost the election. You're out of office. And if it's not a payoff, it's not a bribe, what the hell is it? It's not income tax. It's not income tax. It's income lax. You are a thief. Your family's a thief. Your husband's a thief. He goes to the casino. He loses his money and say a black guy robbed him. You had your son, Robert Huntley, with a mobster. Okay? I gave the information to the Attorney General. You're absolutely busted. You're absolutely busted. And guess what? Dr. Philip Joyce put you out of business, baby. Dr. Philip Joyce put you out of business. I told you black Democrats in Southeast Queens who retaliated against me for campaigning for Obama that y'all went and loving Hillary, y'all Clintonites, because you love to be slaves, because the Democratic Party wanted slavery, and the Republicans did not. It split the country, and there was a civil war, and the Democrats lost, and now the Democrats are coming back, and they want black slave. They want black slave. Bill Clinton wants to go to Haiti. He used the United Nations to go to Haiti so he can go ahead and have fellatio now by black women in Haiti instead of the Monica Lewinskys of America. It doesn't make a difference. Bill Clinton ain't no good. Hillary Clinton ain't no good. If they're with Obama, you got to dump Obama. You got to dump Obama. Okay, because it's found that Obama's Undersecretary Donovan of HUD had been helping redline Negro out of public housing all over the nation and has triggered a good part of the migration of black people going back down south. That's a big scandal. The president's a traitor to his people, and so you can't re-elect them. Do not re-elect them. If you do re-elect them, that's on you. I don't care because I got a green card. I can't vote. I don't care. But I'm not doing nothing to help no more Democrats because you betrayed me. Councilman Comrie going to tell me something about, well, you turned on us. No, because I was never part of the black mafia. So if I'm not part of the black mafia, I'm not made, and I get a little ring for people to kiss my ring, I'm just not with it. Okay, plus I'm not a Protestant. I'm a French Orthodox. I'm a Catholic. I've been celibate for more than 10 and a half years. But I want to get married now, so I got to get to Canada because I don't have enough money to buy me a black female slave in America because, I'm not going to get liked. At my age, I can't get a black woman unless I pay a lot of money for her. And I don't want no black slave. I don't want no black slave, no bloodline emancipated slave. I'm going for a cute white girl with good credit in Canada. Okay, that's it. I'm going for a cute white girl with good credit in Canada. And that's it. I don't know what else to tell you. Because why? I'm this guy. I'm this guy right here. This guy right here. I wear a white hat. I'm a good guy. I'm a French guy. And all these black guys came after me, man. They all came after me, man. And I'm the only one standing, and all the other ones are scared. Ain't you elected officials scared? That's right. And I'm getting tired of y'all calling me names. Don't be calling me no terrorist. I ain't no terrorist. Osama bin Laden's a terrorist. And you approved for the CIA to give him a whole lot of money to help the Mujahideen. And he did not blow up the World Trade Center. He did not blow up the World Trade Center. That was a Bush done kind of thing, And then you get this Yiddish guy. He buys the World Trade Centers. And within months it blows up, and then you can hear bang, 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 explosive blowing up,
And then you try to tell me Osama bin Laden did it and airplanes did it. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Black people do not believe Osama bin Laden killed any Americans, okay? That was American on American attack. Bye-bye, like a Pearl Harbor. Bye-bye. Because you knew the Jap were coming. You let them come so you can piss off America. Are you pissed off yet? Bye-bye, bye-bye. No. Bye-bye. Yeah. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. I gotta go to the bathroom, and I gotta go pass gas. So you guys have a nice day. Bye-bye. Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Phil Dreiss and Robert Huntley. We're here with two homeless guys, but guess what? We haven't given up. We're not freaking failures. We're people. We're humans.
Senator of Shirley Huntley, State Senator, New York State Senator Shirley Huntley. Oh, I love my mother, and 113th of a crooked cop motherfucker that ruined my life, and you know, and a stink pussy fucking bitch. You know, along with that, you know, that pretty much I loved her, she knew that, and I don't see how she cannot help me at this point in my life. Now, my mother has pretty much not turned her full back on me, but has let me have it, you know, really, you know, to a sense that it's my fault that of my health condition, because I drove her into a nervous condition, and that's all bullshit. I love my mother from the bottom of my heart. I love Deputy Inspector Tommy Lawless, who died, Mommy's right-hand friend and PD, and Deputy Inspector Philip Erickson. And, you know, I have let 113th and 103 off the hook with whatever I feel.
Show them the bruises on you.
They have ruined me.
Show the bruises on you got when you went over there and your brother beat you up. This is right here. This is State Senator Huntley's son, Robert Huntley. He was beat up by his brother, who's a New York NYPD, and told not to come back home again. That's betrayal. That's treason. There's no sense for this. That's treason. But we're two homeless guys. We're buddies, and guess what? We're gonna fight the fight.
I've not been homeless for the last 20 motherfucking years, where I thought I was like a white, black Jimi Hendrix. You know, where, you know, the guitar on my back and whatnot, but at this point in time, I'm 54 fucking years old, and this is bullshit.
And today's Sunday, September 26th?
Yes, it is.
And it's right now 7:40.
As far as Mayor Bloomberg is concerned, the New York Senate, the Congressional Committee is all full of shit. Because me and this man have legitimate evidence and what have you, and I have sued PD and fucking won. But this is bullshit, goddamn it. This is what the fuck it is, you know, goddamn it. And, you know, through any righteousness through God that sent his only begotten son down here to fuck with his denomination, his abomination of making this motherfucker and then turning his goddamn back on it. It's fucking bullshit. Why the hell did his only son begotten son have to come down here and fuck with this and be tortured by goddamn fucking
Before we run out of
Jews?
time, Robert. Now, when I gave you that flyer, you saw your mother's name on it. You called her.
Yes, I did.
And then when you talked to her and you asked her, was I the guy that supposedly put the death threat or anything crazy like that?
No, you were not. No, Ma denied that. It was not Dr. Philip Dreiss. It was
somebody else. I have nothing to do with anything like that.
State police and local 113th cop who held my hand one night. I was going to alcohol withdrawal. Another nice-looking balding cop. Yeah. Who I talked about like dogs, that precinct. But yeah, they did ruin my fucking life, along with that stink fucking cunt hoe, Chantel Prasad Dubra. And she is full of shit, you know.
Now, when you spoke to her, she knew about this case about New York City Housing Authority and all that nonsense with me?
She knew about it. She knew about it 100%, but her aides were handling the case, at which point they did not let my mother in on what's happening.
And now
they intercepted this man's legitimate inter-fucking-mation through aid, you know, like all politicians go. Not all politicians get their mails read and received by aides and do whatever the fuck they want with it. God damn it.
And
kiss my fucking ass.
Brother, we done here, man. I'm gonna go ahead and go to my mom's house in Howard Beach, and my mom gonna give me some money. I got my bedroll right here. Everybody can see. This is the bedroll. This is what I sleep on. Robert, I swear to God, I got another.
I want to bring that up on the internet. What
it's on the flyer I gave you. I got another one to give you. Here, take another flyer, but I can show you. We can sleep on the beach. I got another sleeping bag. I help you. Here, it's right here on the internet. Right here on this flyer. Right here, brother. The way you was talking about so good about your mother until I heard her until you and her started talking, that's not nice. Come on, man. The guy needs help. I was a drug and alcohol counselor. Jesus Christ. This guy needs help, folks.
What is it?
www.youtube.com youtube.com YOUTUBE Phil Dryce 1. I'll write it down. Don't worry, Robert. I'll write it.
I got it.
Okay.
www.phil.
PHIL.
What the fuck is with this?
You protect it. Just cross that off. PHIL DRICE. DRRICE. Okay, go to YouTube and put PHILDRICE.
Yeah, right there. Come on.
All right, bet. All right, we're done here. Personal log out on Sunday. Hey, it's Saturday night, October 16th. You getting ready to go to work now, huh?
On my way, yeah.
You had a good rest?
Somewhat.
You enjoyed your day with me today? I loved it. Your ass worked hard.
It was a very productive day.
Outstanding. Philip was very appreciative and shit and all that. But since I'm not sure when I'm going to get a chance again, I've never had a chance to do this. Do you remember the last time we met with Ida Smith at Congressman Meeks' office, the special assistant?
Of course.
What was the most significant part about that, which was about 2.5 years ago, last summer? Because right now we're in October.
Well, pretty much the bottom line was that she went over the paperwork. The preponderance of the evidence dictated that there was a form of redlining that was being conducted by NYCHA.
That's New York City Housing Authority.
New York City Housing Authority, yeah.
Conducting a form of redlining.
Pretty much.
And she said those exact words. NYCHA is conducting a form of redlining, right? Yes or no?
That is correct, yes.
And now my problem is they refuse to put it on paper. They refuse to take it out to Jamaica field office. It's being contained, and it's hurt me. I'm going to have to do what I'm going to have to do with these guys, man. I don't think it's her fault at all. I don't think Ida has anything to do with any of the containment or any of that.
Of course not.
But that office is crooked.
They're withholding evidence.
They're withholding evidence.
Yeah.
All right, brother. So I guess we're going to go hit everything, huh?
Pretty much.
All right, man. I think, yeah, man. So, you happy for me?
Of course I am.
It's been going on for years, me and this woman. And Supplemental Log, December 12, 2010. I'm going to call Ida Smith at the office of Congressman Meeks. Find out what's going on here.
Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Hart. May I speak to Ida, please?
Please hold on.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Hello, Ida. How you doing?
I'm not sure. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Something's wrong with your voice. What's wrong?
That walking pneumonia I had.
Oh my God, it came back?
No, it never went away. I'm still being taken care of by Aza.
Okay.
Now, Ida, I got a big problem. Ida?
I'm listening.
Why can't you all put on a piece of paper, NYCHA's conducting a formal redlining? Why is my stuff missing? What's going on?
What stuff is missing?
The 2 books I gave you to the White House. I spoke to Kim Fuller this morning.
She doesn't have them.
Who has them?
You have them. You took them
No,
yourself.
I didn't take them.
You did take them. You told me, well, they're not going to D.C. I need to keep them. And I said, fine.
That's not what we said Friday.
No, we said Friday. I said, if Kim doesn't have them, you have them. Because I gave her something that she carried back. Hold on a second. Hold on.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to call
Wait, no, listen, Ida. I spoke to her already. I don't want to.
What did she say?
She said she got 1 book that I addressed to the Justice Department. I never sent anything to the Justice Department. there were only 2 books for the White House and the White House only.
Well, then she took it upon herself to give it to the Justice Department, because I know that when she was here, I gave her something, and I told you that, I remember telling you that the White House was
So
not
she
to
took
read
it upon herself to give it to the Justice Department, Ida? How you say? Ida, these people destroyed my life. These people hurt me.
You have to bear in mind this protocol. Okay. We don't send anything directly to the president. I told
I
you.
do. I did, and look at what I got. What y'all did didn't get me nothing. You've been watching me for years. You've been watching me for years. You know I'm not crazy, and you know what I got. If it ever gets exposed, everybody's screwed.
I haven't exposed anything.
That's what the problem is. I needed you to.
No. I could not do what I was told I couldn't do.
Oh, you were okay.
Okay.
Mommy, you know what? Then I was right about you, and I was.
I told you from the jump what was going to happen. I told you that they were not going to read it, and that's why you took the other one.
If I got him, I got him. Okay, but anyway, the exact same thing are the court papers for my appellate court case, so it's not lost. I just wanted your copy so that I can show that I submitted this, that it was supposed to be for the White House, and it never was sent there through your office, and it was your superiors that contained it. That's obstruction of justice.
No, it isn't, because you could have sent it yourself, and you didn't want to.
Because with the evidence that you got, that you read, and you concluded that Knight is conducting a form of redlining, only you can say that, not me.
But you said it, and I said I agreed. I didn't put words in your mouth. I never said it. I said I agreed with you. It was a form of it.
Okay, Ida.
Don't say that I said that, because I didn't say it.
All right, then.
You did what you did anyway.
Then what it's to say is that the office of Congressman Meeks agrees with the evidence, which is what we said from the beginning, that from the look of the evidence, not what I said, it's what the evidence says. NYCHA is conducting a form of redlining. No.
We've always agreed to that the evidence speaks for itself.
Right. Well, then somebody's supposed to do something after I lost all this, Ida. After I lost all this. Don't you want to help me get my money? That's the only way I'm going to get a pretty woman.
You have enough brain and wherewithal. You don't need a pretty woman. You're going to do what you know you have to do. That's not a prerequisite. And you know that's a fact. And you know that's not what you're about.
Well, guess what? Mother is courting a woman for me, giving me things to take to this woman that's got 2 kids. She just got a brand new baby. The boy, I met the guy, and I was telling him I'm giving this kid a college scholarship because I pay like $40 a month, and he gets at least a 2-year degree and all that. And then she told me she ain't with, and I mean she gorgeous. I love them kids, but I'm tired of getting a woman through loving their kids. I've been through that already, raising people. Why you think when I get mad I say all what bad things I say?
Well, you can blame whatever you want, but it's all coming from your mind. So anything you say, I'm not going to believe.
How do I regain all the money, all the time, everything I lost?
Well, what happened to the Aquatube campaign?
Aquatube is right here. I got it out.
Then why aren't you doing it?
I need money from all of my losses in order to kick this off. I need 70 grand just for the radio commercials. I need another $30,000 to give to them down. I need at least $150,000. I spent close to $400 already.
I thought you had contracts.
I have a contract which is an allotment contract. I've got to spend all of the advertising dollars in order to generate what I need to make it a mutual. A contract is something that 2 people provide.
So you're suggesting that your pursuit of the 9th is going to pay for that?
My pursuit of this cause for black people's rights, that all the black politicians did everything they could to help the city destroy my life.
I don't believe that, and you don't believe that.
Yes, I do, Ida.
You're using it as a catch-all.
No, listen to me, Ida.
No, I'm not going to hear it because it's not true.
When the office of the congressman got evidence that something as so egregious has occurred, and that the president's office responds to the Justice Department with and the letter showing.
And that's exactly why she sent it to the Justice Department.
Where was I supposed to? I wasn't supposed to know what she sent, when she sent it, how she sent it, what's going on, so that'd be consistent.
Let me speak to her, because if she told you she sent it, she sent it.
Okay, then I need a response letter. She was telling me since my stuff was so garbage and disoriented, they don't respond to that.
Excuse me. They've moved offices twice, and you know what it's like to move your house. It's worse when you're moving an office.
Okay, guess what? That's why the letter from the VA, I used that as my own excuse not to file litigation on anybody like I was threatening and all that stuff, because we need to get this together, please. But I'm going on vacation. I'm done. After talking to you.
I'm trying to find your white book. If she says she has one, I know you have the other, because I didn't want it here.
Okay, guess what? Now you know. Now I know how important it was. Look, right now,
No, that's not it. That is not it.
What?
What it is that I told you that they weren't going to read it, and you took it.
Okay.
You said, if that's the case, then I need to hold on. I said, fine. And then something else happened, and you needed it anyway.
Right now.
You don't remember that?
No, ma'am. But that's okay. I got the duplicate in the court moving papers in appellate division. It's going to cost $300 to get it. That's all. Nothing else. But I just needed that one because since y'all had it, I wanted to show that I did my due diligence to bring this forward. I got a book coming out. I got to prove everything I say.
Well, you have enough documentation to prove everything you say. I've always told you that.
All right, now I'm selling that story. But then now what about this whole situation with, it goes back all the way to the Attorney General, which is now the governor-elect, unleashing NYCHA and untying their hands with no oversight for them to write policies that is eliminating people because of the Clinton administration welfare elimination program. This is crazy. This can get me killed. The things I'm saying. And the evidence points to it. What do you want me to do now?
I've always wanted you to get on with your life.
Get out with my life. That's what I got to do.
Get on, not out.
Oh, get on with my life. Well, I don't know. I think I'm going to go hit on this young girl half my age with 2 kids and a brand new born baby. As a matter of fact, you can see the baby on the internet now. That's my new show. And Kim told me to stop.
You have so much in your life that you can be happy about every day. And why you keep
I can't let them get away with this.
Well, you know, you can be happy and still pursue it. But you don't have to get to a point where people are turned off because you're
All right, let me go get me a woman. Listen, I got a story for you. This is the story. I'm going to Florida to meet up with the Cuban mermaid colony, who meet every 10 years to mate. But what they do first is there's 7 sisters from the 7 seas that end up meeting up on Cuba Island to rest, go to Haiti to eat, and then beach themselves and turn into regular women on Miami Beach. And the guy that's lucky enough to be staying there as a homeless guy on the beach gets to mate with the 7 sisters. But the irony is,
shit. I'm talking about Congressman Meeks, you piece of shit. I'm talking about State Senator Huntley. I just put you out of freaking business by giving your Attorney General information against you, and your whole family busted, and you're out of office. So all the other black elected officials of the 5th Congressional District shaking in their freaking boots right now on September 29, 2012, and I'm in a homeless shelter for veterans. Can you find me to kill me? Bang! That's what I'm talking about. Now, I got to regain my economy and get to Canada Because this country's destroyed me so bad and hurt me so bad as a veteran that I'm ashamed and embarrassed. I am ashamed and embarrassed to be an American soldier. Because this country is a traitor country and ain't nobody trying to really help me. I'm taken as a crazy man. That's the reason why I'm in this place where I'm at right now. So, thanks America. I appreciate everything you done did. Just go over my life. And all your enemies that want you, I ain't one of those enemies. But as far as being your friend, I can be that when I'm in Canada and I ain't here. I don't even hear English spoken in Quebec province. Thank you very much. I'm a French green card guy. So I'm happy for you and your great empire and all your weapons and all your mass destruction and selling entertainment as love. And I gotta go to another country, find a wife, because I can't afford one in the United States of America. Thank you very much. Because if I don't go into goddamn slavery for a Negroid she-male, there's no love to be found. There's no love. So thank you and all your baby kids and all your bastard baby kids and all your charity and all the 7% Romney says depending on the government. I don't need the government. Thank you very much. You can keep your Obama and your Congressman Meeks, your State Senator Huntley, your State Senator Malcolm Smith, your Assemblywoman Vivian Cook, who's got cancer, and nobody knows that she's going to get chemotherapies incapacitated and she don't switch over power. People are not being represented. It's just a whole bowl of fraud and a bowl of crap. Thank you very much, America. Thank you very much. Let me show you. Thank you. Thank you for making me a piece of shit because of my skin color. You have your nice freaking day. Bye-bye.